Welcome to Heaven on Earth, a sacred portal to visualizing, meditating, and co-creating our highest joys that usher in the Golden Age of Aquarius. I'm your host, Athena StarSeed. Hi, good morning. This is Athena. Welcome to Heaven on Earth. I have my gorgeous co-host, Kim Hix, all the way from Hawaii. Aloha, Kim.
Aloha, world.
Are you going to put them on the outside, too? Okay, good, because we're Facebook Living. All right, so I'm going to open up, Kim, with an opening invocation, and then we're going to jump right into the show.
Okay.
So everybody take a nice deep breath and exhale.
Mm.
From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men, let light return to earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men and women. Let the Christ consciousness return to earth. In the center where the will of God is known, let the center guide the little wills of men, the center which the masters know and serve, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. May the plan of love, light, and power restore heaven on earth. Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, and Raphael, Father Sky and Mother Earth, from the point of light that connects us all, please be here in this sacred circle. Amen. Om, om, om. Aloha, Kim.
Aloha, Athena.
Thank you so much for joining us again today. How is it over there in Hawaii?
Well, it's a beautiful day on Oahu, but the Pele is churning even as we speak. So she's birthing her new Earth, and the Earth is getting larger and larger over there. But it's at a high price to the community. The VOG is intense.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah. And there's been a lot of stuff going on at the planet with all these planetary shifts, and humanity's feeling it. So we wanted to talk about that a little bit.
I think we're all one sentient being, the whole shebang, the whole incredible cosmic show. And Pele is right in here with us all and is also responding mythically to the situation. She's trying to give birth to something new, as we are on this show, and a lot of other people around this planet are too.
So we had some, current events happen this week. You said there was another school shooting in Texas, and then we also have a royal wedding. So look at those two things: the polarity, the duality, the singularity, the juxtaposition. Wow!
It was a whiplash spiritual event, these two. I was in shock and deep compassion, concern over the kids. And then we have this great show of the great royal wedding to follow it up and wipe it off the page as a story. But the epic ongoing tragedy of our culture is that we've fallen in and haven't created a society worth living in that really nurtures these crazy kids. The kids are so disenfranchised, so we really are going to have to understand this. And we got to understand it through welcoming them on board as conscious participants in this transformational consciousness to heaven on earth. The royal wedding had some very important things for me and surprising. I don't normally watch anything like this, but I felt this was important. Megan is a biracial girl marrying into the royal family, and the royal family has absolutely embraced her, which is wonderful. And seeing that and how that show played out was pretty exquisite. Also, it's very interesting to see the whole world plug into just a singular positive event. Since news is all about death and dying for the most part, and fear and anxiety and consternation and political polarization, it was really beautiful. Very important certain aspects of this wedding. And the most important aspect is that this is a young couple who I believe are fully conscious activators on the planet. Megan is actually giving up her voice as an actress to join Harry in doing good in the world. And because Kate and William are sort of stuck in the roles of holding up the formalities of the monarchy, these two are free to just simply do consciously good work. And Harry has already shown he's really skilled at it. He is engaged and involved, and she is too. This is a marriage made in heaven in order to bring heaven down to earth, I believe. And the duality, as expressed by these brothers, is, I think, going to be an exquisite ongoing graceful upliftment for humanity. So may this help our sore and wounded hearts.
You know, you were talking about how the last image we had of the boys was following the coffin of their mother, Princess Diana. And now we have a new royal image. And we're just coming off of the major arcana when we went from the Fool to the World and the 22 different initiation lessons that a human soul will go through. And I like to look at the royal wedding because we've got those royal court cards from the page to the knight to the king and the queen. And what that represents is our archetypes.
This is a great analogy. You know, these guys are playing roles, you know. I mean, if you landed in that role, you were stuck with it. Harry did not want his role. He just wanted to have a normal boyhood experience without taking on the role. And Megan shows up and says, wait a minute. This role is an opportunity for you to do absolute greatness on this planet, and I'm going to help you do it. You know, wow. The boys and welded and bonded together in the epic tragedy of the loss of mother, the great Diana, and have been bonded at such a human level. And this has altered the monarchy. This is a blessing from Diana's tragedy because these boys are so deeply aligned and careful and appreciative of each other that I really think this is a world-changing situation.
And it's also, too, it's about actually being able to hold the dark and the light at the same time, the simultaneous duality, to hold that in a unity field, because so much of the planet is going through a mourning, and then we have this other opposing view, which is really that at the same time there is celebration, there is a fairy tale wedding, there is humanity honoring love and divine union. And Diana, you know, in humanity is just really been lodged in our heart chakras. She was the princess, was for the people. She went and she did the work and was feeding the homeless and helping people and gifting money. And she just had so much royal grace.
She did indeed. And it's the world benefited immensely from it. Royal grace is the benevolence of the great compassionate feminine archetype itself, and it's a beautiful archetype. I mean, we have so many in our arcana, the tarot. There was also Athena. There was a phenomenal event that happened here in the wedding that I just shuddered at. There was a wonderful black preacher who is Bishop Michael Bruce Curry, who delivered a powerhouse sermon. It rambled through the full potential of humanity to embrace love. It was stunning, and they ended with a phenomenal, my favorite quote of all, which is that the Pierre Teilhard de Chardin's quote about the harnessing the fire of love for all humanity, and that's what was going into these hearts of all these people. Some were bored and not paying attention to this, but a lot of people had their ears wide open and heard something about the coming of love, and it was, resounding through the palace. It was stunning. That was very important. What happened?
So very interesting, because you just quoted him like 2 shows ago, and do you have that quote at the forefront of your heart chakra to share that with everybody?
I do indeed. That quote is very important because I think it's our guiding light here on the show. And what is our grand intention here in bringing heaven onto earth? And that's bringing in the reign of love. And the quote goes, someday, after we have mastered the winds, the tides, and gravity, we shall harness the energies of love. And then, for a second time in the history of the world, we will have discovered fire. And so I believe that fire is what we are trying to light, that fire. That is our spiritual work on this planet, is to light the fire, the holy fire of love for all humanity and all sentient beings.
That is so beautiful. And I feel that to have the divine couple being highlighted on the forefront of Mother Gaia is so powerful, because when the couple loves through that holy marriage, then the children can feel that love. And then the family unit can spread to the community, to the country, to the continent, to the constellation, and all the way out to the furthest reaches of the universe. And we were talking a little bit several shows ago about the boy crisis and that the fathers have been absent. And really, it's really hard to have the father in the home if the couple isn't getting along. And so to have our soul out picturing a royal marriage, this is about us being able to come into union with our own royal marriages.
That's so beautifully stated, Athena, because it's absolutely true. Because as go the relationships between the masculine and the feminine, so goes the entire well-being of the planet. And what we're going to watch here, as we already are watching, are some skilled parents, young parents coming online, raising their children beautifully. And so this is key. We need to see couples raising children, and that's a great image to put up as an archetype for humanity right now.
It's the divine love. And on our next segment, we have a divine couple that actually just had a holy royal marriage in Peru, which was a very traditional Peruvian wedding, which they hadn't done in years. And they actually got draped in like very special art images and capes and costumes from an art museum. And it was beautiful. And I'm hoping that we can pull some pictures of that up. I'm wondering if we can do that on our next segment, because we have Swaha Ron Holman and Divojananda, his beautiful bride, that are going to be here talking about Peru and their wonderful trip, their wedding, and Dr. Sharon Forrest, who is an incredible shaman that has been healing not only the celebrities of our planet, but also the little children of Peru. She's been taking orphans in off of the street and healing them and helping them. And she's been a mother to all of us. So that's going to be really exciting.
Great.
What was I going to say? Oh, so we finished up the Tarot, our last show. We kind of talked about the world, and we're going to probably wait until the next show to really go back in. And this time we're going to go from the Fool's perspective of the enlightened Fool through the entire major arcana. So those of you who are not familiar with the Tarot, they're tiny little pictures, and they're little mirrors of what a soul will go through when it incarnates on Earth. And it shows us that sometimes you're up, and sometimes you're down. And when you can glean the wisdom out of the moment, then you can turn that wound into wisdom and then be able to assimilate with 100% responsibility for your life, your contribution, and what you're going to leave behind. Because I feel every person, every soul on this planet has a gift, and their gift is actually a solution to something that's happening currently right now on Mother Earth. And as soon as we get... Go ahead.
That's fabulous, Athena. That's a fabulous context. I haven't ever thought of that they are specifically arriving with a gift to solve a problem. Wow. Beautiful.
In every question lies the answer. It's like a two-headed coin. The heads have the tails. So with every problem that comes up, there is a soul with a solution. And it's basically their highest joy. And when we can embrace them and actually commission their missions, which is what I'd like to do. I'd like to have our angel donors come through us, donate that money, and then we launch one soul at a time, projects right out of the Stargate to birth heaven on earth. This is Athena StarSeed. This is a show called Heaven on Earth. And please, if you like the show, click like. Please share it. It's going to be on YouTube. And we also replay the show on Sundays at 1 o'clock. We'll be right back after these commercial messages. Stay tuned.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain, pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com, 310-873-4422.
Hi, friends. This is Larry Manetti. Go to LarryManetti.com to get my book, Aloha Magnum. You'll read all about the wonderful guest stars like Carol Burnett, Elvis Presley, Frank Sinatra, and many, many more. There is an episode guide and my favorite recipes that I really cook at home. I will include a free signed photo with every book. Get Aloha Magnum at LarryManetti.com. Order now. Aloha.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
Destination South Point. 11 great restaurants, bingo, bowling, movies, race books, sports books, spa, live entertainment, oversized rooms, and the rates unbeatable. The South Point Las Vegas. Book now. Online at southpointcasino.com or call 866-791-7626. southpointcasino.com or call 866-791-7626. At the South Point Las Vegas, you're always a winner.
Is Athena StarSeed Heaven on Earth. We are on CRN Talk Radio. And we're back. This is our second segment. I have my gorgeous co-host, Kim Hix, all the way from Hawaii. I can't hear.
That's mine.
Oh, that's yours? Oh, yeah. That's probably why. You're right. Thank you, Ron. All the way from Hawaii. And we have our guests in studio, Swaha, Ron, Holman, and Divojananda. And we are going to be, this is our second segment. We're going to be doing a reading. Typically, I do these readings and we have a caller call in. But today, I'm so honored. Swaha Ron is going to do the reading. And he's reading from my favorite deck, which is the Osho Zen deck. So do we have a caller online, Jose? Yes, we do. Oh, Amber Pim. Okay, Amber, hi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello, beautiful goddess. How are you?
Oh, I'm fabulous. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to talk to you and Kim.
Oh, Kim, so beautiful. Kim, say hi.
Kim,
Hello. Oh, it's great to hear your voice. Wonderful.
Yeah, you were at my vows to Gaia. You were there.
It was a fabulous day. That was such a beautiful day. I appreciated you fulfilling that beautiful vow in that such exquisite day with the roses all around and the earth behind you. Whew, it was beautiful. How are you?
And that I'm so glad you asked me that, because I am now, remember we had the Phoenix rising, and as of today, I am rising out of the ashes to be born again and to do my mission, which I vowed in 2017 on Earth Day, to honor Mother Earth and dedicate my life to restoring and reconnecting with Mother Earth and taking that forward to all humanity. So I'm now right in that moment, and that's why I'm so excited to have this reading, because I'm ready. What is my next step? that's my question. What is the next step for me?
So I have Swaha Ron Holman here, and Jose, do we have him on the screen? Okay, so Ron, can you hear? We call her Mama Muse.
Yes.
All right, so go ahead, Ron.
Okay, so the first card really lays the points at the foundation with which you took birth from and what you've already accomplished, which is friendliness. So that, as above, so below. So in this card, we can see that the branches of different colored trees are growing together and blending together. That's the obvious. And what is also happening underground is that the roots are also growing together. So this is something that you mastered and came in to this life with. And the energy of this life revolves around ripeness. So we can see that the fruit is falling from the tree, ripe and ready, into your hand without effort. So this is the energy right now that is there, and all you have to do is put out your hand and catch the fruit, the blessings, the gifts as they land. What's connected with that is the card indicating we are the world. So this is it's an expression of not only what your work is going to touch, but that you are connected energetically to the world, which means that that you do and where the information comes from. And this is like the 100th monkey phenomena, in that the understanding and the gifts are spreading throughout humanity.
That's beautiful. That's so perfect. It's just what I wanted to hear, because I'm at that point in my life where I am ready, willing, and able to go forward, and I have just given myself a new title. I am Amber A. Penrose, self-appointed, good to go, extreme green, global goodwill ambassador.
All right, so there's one more
beautiful
hint that we can give you, which is integration, that this is a little bit hidden. And this is, look at this card. On one side's the hawk and the other side's the dove. So there is a blessing that is available at a deeper level of integrating all of those things that are there. And once you really bring that into full acceptance and integration, the future is a flowering of all the blessings that you have and your purpose on the earth.
So, Mama Muse, we love you so much. We'll be right back after these commercial messages.
Do you like
Thank you
burgers? Then experience the ultimate famous 50-50 burger at Slater's 50-50 in Pasadena, California. 50% ground beef and 50% ground bacon. Stop by at 61 North Raymond Avenue in Pasadena and visit Slater's 50-50. Experience our full bar with craft beer and more. Play in our cool new game room. View the best sports in our Slater's 50-50 TV lounge. Try our Slater's 50-50 burgers by design too, and all of our incredible food, including our Sunday Bloody Mary brunch. Check out our VIP event space for private dining and ask about our chef-inspired catering company with a completely scratch kitchen-based service. It's all at Slater's 50-50 under new management at 61 North Raymond in Pasadena. Call 626-765-9700. 626-765-9700. Call now, 626-765-9700.
When you really want Italian food, you've got to get to Columbo's. Columbo's Italian Steakhouse and Jazz Club, Colorado Boulevard, Eagle Rock. It's that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Seekers of luscious and appetizing gustatorial pursuits, indulge your fancies with steaks so absolutely yum-yum, vegetarians have forsaken kale and Pilates and never look back. Fish specialties so fresh and delicious and chosen by King Neptune himself, and relish Colombo's Italian family specialties so delectable you'll be yelling out, "Bravo, bravo!" And let's not forget Colombo's world-famous meatballs, and you've got to try their breakfast pizza. Oh, and jazz every night. Service that's friendly, not phoning, and at a price that'll keep you coming back. That's Colombo's, that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Colombo's, Manja.
Do you want to fly somewhere, anywhere in the world? Smart travelers call myflightsearch.com for the best deals on flight tickets. Going to Manila, Bangkok, London, how about Singapore? Call myflightsearch.com for the lowest flight tickets available. What about a local vacation? Let's say you want to fly to Vegas, Orlando, Miami, Los Angeles, or Denver. Pick up the phone and call myflightsearch.com right now. We have exclusive deals that you can't find anywhere else. The only way you can get these low airline prices is by calling us. We have so many low prices available, we can't possibly tell them to you right here and now. If you're flying somewhere anytime in the next 6 months and you want the lowest airline ticket prices anywhere, you owe it to yourself to save a ton of money. So pick up your cell phone and call myflightsearch.com right now.
Call 800-445-3166. 800-445-3166. That's 800-445-3166. Call now. 800-445-3166.
A New Alchemy. ANUALCHEMY.com. www.anewalchemy.com to find Oramus and other Siddha medicine. These substances support the unfolding of consciousness in a body when added to prayer and meditation on a daily basis. In ancient times, Cleopatra called Oramus milk. She said, "I bathe in milk to stay young." And the Jews called it manna from heaven. This substance accelerates, amplifies, enriches your prayer and meditation. It is a generic substance that is powered by love. It's compatible with any tradition, any religion. Your prayer and meditation will take you to a deeper place for your interaction with Spirit. ANewAlchemy.com. ANUALCHEMY, all one word, .com.
Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Supreme grace, light rain down through me.
Hi, this is Athena StarSeed, and we are back with a show called Heaven on Earth. And this is a portal of possibility where we can usher in heaven through our own earth, our own body temple, our own sacred gifts. By giving those gifts to ourselves, to our communities, to our planet, we can make our planet a better place. And today I'm very excited. In studio, we have two amazing guests. We have Swaha Ron Holman, and we have his beautiful wife, Divojananda. They just got back from Peru, and I wanted you guys to talk about your Peruvian trip. So, Ron, go ahead and tell us what happened in Peru.
I would really like Divojananda to start off.
Okay, the trip in Peru, it was really, really amazing. It actually was our second trip, and this time, perhaps because of the group that we went with, we pulled down more power and light throughout the trip. There's so many things to share, and maybe we can talk about the wedding.
Yes, another wedding.
So first of all, we thought that we will be receiving wedding blessing from the shaman and Dr. Sharon Forrest, and it ended up Dr. Sharon Forrest gave us such a surprise, which is getting us the anchor wedding dresses and headdress from the museum because of the relationship that she have with people in Peru. So we also have a really sacred, beautiful sacred wedding in this place. Would you like to describe that place?
Well, they called the place the navel of the universe in the Inca and pre-Inca times. So it is really a powerful, concentrated place. And the pre-Inca people, Quechua people, go back, we don't even know how far they go back. Recently, we became aware of temples, ancient temples under the water of Lake Titicaca that are over 1 million years old. So the local people, the Quechua people, believe and have a lineage back to the star beings that came. Getting chills all over my body as I talk about this. And first made contact with us on this planet. Most interesting, most profound, most I guess opening to the field of possibility. I thought I was open, but I mean, as I go along and I surrender and open my heart more and more, I find that I'm really just a little baby with regard to being open and tapping into the field of possibilities that all emanates from love.
So in Peru, when you guys were there, were you at Machu Picchu? Where were you in the... Yes?
We went to different places. Machu Picchu is one of the places, and we spent some time in Sacred Valley and Cusco's, and other places that that is very, very sacred. Not that many people have gone. We also went to the Rainbow Mountain. That took us like about 2.5 a journey of walking and riding the horse.
2.5 days or 2.5 hours?
2.5 hours, one way.
Okay.
Went up all the way to the Rainbow Mountain, and it was quite fascinating. The mountain itself has all this rainbow color representing the chakras.
Oh, wow.
It was really, really powerful. It wasn't an easy ride and walk, but we made it.
And did you do a Pachamama ceremony there and meditate with the serpent?
Yes. The shaman was there with us, so we did a small ceremony with the shaman, and it was very powerful.
And so I know in Peru that they use a lot of music in their ceremonies. How is that, laying in nature and hearing these beautiful flutes and drums and...
Wow, yeah, we were very lucky. I think it was towards the second last day of our trip. So what happened was Mama Sharon's, we call Dr. Sharon Forrest, she has raised children or rescued children on the streets since the 70s.
Oh.
So without telling us anything, another surprise, that they orchestrally present these 5 brothers, and they were all rescued by Mama Sharon, Dr. Sharon Forrest, and they're amazing musicians. They just show up and play the music, and with the energy of Pachamama, I can tell you my personal experience. I was crying in tears the whole time, and I have just no idea why. I couldn't even speak. I couldn't even move. The tear would just keep coming. And till the end, my body was like shaken and having so much energy, and a lot of vision came to me about past life in Machu Picchu during the ceremony. And now my body is getting chill over because the energy of Pachamama, it was so strong and so loving. It was so beautiful. That it was a bad blessing to have them to play live for us.
And Ron, can you tell us a little bit about Dr. Sharon Forrest, about her magical healings that she's done for some of the top celebrities on the planet, and then what happened with the CIA?
Well, I'm not so sure that, she's very, she keeps a very low profile. If you look at her up on the internet, you'd be lucky to find one or two things. And it's mostly word of mouth. She has done magical things while being looked at and followed and supposedly studied by many different kinds of people. And it's sort of like, a mother weighing 90 pounds lifting a car off her trapped child. It isn't adrenaline or anything else. It's that it had to happen. Right. And Dr. Sharon Forrest, through her own personal journey from a childhood of abuse that, really is more than I've heard any human being withstand and survive, connected to spirit in a way in which, and spirit is always listening, right? And spirit always wants to help us. And to the extent that, I'm getting chills all over my body again, to the extent that we reach out to spirit in a sincere, profound place of helping another, spirit delivers. And spirit has delivered to Dr. Sharon Forrest over the last 40 years a whole variety of processes and techniques to free one from baggage that I didn't even know I had. And I did thousands of hours of personal work and surrendering. And, the results guaranteed in October will have, there'll be 3 processes a day, each one of them being as or more profound than the next, from complete cellular body-mind alignment to a prenatal, clearing. I mean, every infant before they're born that's being carried by the mother absorbs every emotion and everything that the mother hears and experiences. This is absorbed by the fetus. And, most people have no clue. They might believe that, but they have no clue the impact that has on their life and what happens when they allow themselves or seek out to have that healing and clearing and releasing. So, it's just beyond what can be comprehended, but it's really available to experience. And as you experience it, you then can take it to others and do healings on others, at a level that's beyond what I thought was possible.
So I myself did one of the sessions with Ron Holman that he learned from Dr. Sharon Forrest, which they call Mama Sharon. And Mama Sharon is, in her later years, she's a wisdom keeper. She's a shaman. And we have a lot of the celebrities that we cannot mention on the A-list that travel all the way to Peru, and they work with her. And she has been studied by the CIA because she has performed miracle after miracle after miracle. And they ask her, how do you do this, Dr. Sharon? And she says, it comes through me. It is not me who is doing it. So she's able to harness this power, the same power that Christ talked about, and Krishna and Buddha and Allah, and it's dormant in our own DNA. And by taking these classes and these processes, Swaha Ron and Divojananda were able to learn some of these techniques. So I did one session with Ron, and I was sobbing for 2.5 hours like a baby. And basically, he sits you on a chair and he holds your head, and within 5 minutes, your body falls off the chair. And I started going to these like electrical shocks, these kundalini awakenings that were kind of like the energy trying to move through a clogged pipe and open up this vibration inside my body. And then this Thursday, I got to work with Divojananda, and she has 200 different modalities. Several of them are Dr. Sharon Forrest's, and she muscle tested me, and she took me back into this child rescue recovery. And can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, of course, because everything is energy. Okay. And any incidents that left us any negative emotion will store in the cellular memory. And as we're growing up, we live in such a fast-paced life. Believe it or not, 90% of those memories we don't remember. So during the session that I had with Athena, I took her back to the inner child who needs to be rescued, who needs to be nurtured at that time, and with the help of her guardian angels. So the work was very pure, and the very interesting thing was, I think, Athena, you said that, oh my God, I did so many hypnosis sessions, but this situation never show up.
Never came up.
But I can tell you that situation was the key for your healing because you were only 3-year-old.
I have goosebumps.
Yes. So with the higher being that worked with us at that time, we pulled down the most major clue that you've been searching all these years. That's why it's become so powerful, because it's with the grace of the high being.
Yeah, I recommend that anybody who really wants to unlock what I was having a struggle with was finances, and I didn't have any idea that this 3-year-old wounded child needed to be rescued. So after she muscle tested me over 200 modalities, when the inner child rescue came up, that one piece, I had a little aspect of little Tina at 3 years old crying in a room and abandoned, feeling no value and feeling hurt, afraid, shamed, guilted. I mean, something very traumatic happened, which I'm not going to talk about. But what I will say was she was able to reinstall the safety, the love, the value from my adult Tina. And we came back with my guardian angels and loved her, embraced her, and we reunified that soul part that was kind of like a soul retrieval. Would you say it was kind of like soul retrieval?
Yeah, in a way, yes, of course. But we work on that specific incident. It's pretty much like the major incident that left so many negative emotion in you and the self-value and everything.
And I'll say the benefits is I got softer. I ended up removing a block I had with music. It was hard for me to learn the ukulele. I bought a ukulele 10 years ago, and I've always had this struggle with learning it and playing it. I had this big block. And after that session, I went home and I was able to, for the first time, digest the chords, assimilate, and I sang a song and I sent it to you guys.
Yes, it was
about
beautiful.
Love.
It was really beautiful. Wow, good for you.
So we never know how, when we do our inner work and our shadow work and healing the inner child, what dormant potentials get unleashed and released when we start unifying and healing at a cellular level. And that's what these two have dedicated their life to. And they're going to be teaching at my home tonight in Sherman Oaks at the Sound Palace Temple at 4701 Cedros Avenue. And they're going to go over the stuff they learned with Dr. Sharon Forrest in Peru, experience, healing, and alchemy. And they're going to talk about the laws of grace. And so can you comment on the laws of grace?
Okay, so the law of grace supersedes the law of karma. And one example of this is that I always felt like I got tricked at taking birth on this planet. And so I went into, during the results guaranteed, went into the Akashic Records and was actually able to listen to the tape recording, and I saw the videos before I took my first birth on this planet, what I was asking for, what I was shown I would experience, who was going to be a hero, who was going to administer abuse, so that on the other side of that, I could get what I came here to get. It is impossible for me to be a victim anymore.
This is amazing. And that just leads me right to my main point, which is 100% responsibility for what we're creating. This is a show called Heaven on Earth. This is Athena StarSeed with Swaha Ran and Divojananda. And we'll be right back after these commercial messages.
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante to see memorabilia of movie stars and theatrical magic right in downtown Fullerton, California. The Art of the Great Masters in an Italian town square complete with storefronts of old, Italian butchers and cheesemongers, fruit and wine vendors, seamstresses showing their wares, the romance of Romeo and Juliet. Find our mystical Room of the Moon, and don't forget King Kong, Dracula, Frankenstein, and who knows what awaits you in the wine cellar. Enjoy the great food. We hand stuff our pastas, roll each and every tortellini, bake our own bread, and make all of our sauces fresh from our private stock of Sicilian family recipes. Pasta to seafood, chicken to award-winning pizzas, tiramisu flown in from Rome. If you can't find something on our menu to tempt you, you don't like Italian food. Try our Sunday brunch, all you can eat, just $21.95. And Angelo's and Vinci's has been named the best Italian restaurant in Orange County 2 years in a row, and our owner has been named Restaurateur of the Year. Angelo's and Vinci's, Fullerton, California, 714-879-4022 or angelosandvinci's.com.
From traditional Hawaiian weddings and vow renewals to your own unique ceremony, find out why Ka'anapali Weddings is the perfect place to say, I do. Create the memory that will last a lifetime at the place you and your family know and love, Ka'anapali Beach Hotel. Imagine yourself and your loved one just steps away from world-famous Ka'anapali Beach in one of many wedding venues to choose from, including oceanside lawns, tropical gardens, or indoor banquet rooms. With your choice of catering, bar, floral, and musical options, you can make your special day customized just for you. Their wedding specialist will help you plan your dream wedding today. For more information, visit ka'anapaliweddings.com or call 661-0011. Ka'anapali Weddings, the perfect place to say, I do.
Ka'anapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Supreme grace, light rain down through me.
Athena
Supreme grace, light
StarSeed, and we are back. This is a show called Heaven on Earth. And Ron, what did you just say? All the circumstances get us closer to what?
All the circumstances of our life will either get us closer to God or further away. We have to choose. Even though it's painful, even though it might be a death, even though it might be loss of some kind, what is there? What is the blessing there? There's always a blessing there. God is always there to give us a blessing. We don't get it the way we want it sometimes, and therefore, that's what's in the way. We don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. Okay? Embracing what is allows us to get behind whatever it is that I don't want, and to then to wake up to what is there for us behind I don't want it.
Exactly. And I know that you kind of skipped the CIA story, but I'm going to briefly say what I know about it because I don't know if they're allowed to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it. So Dr. Sharon Forrest was kind of followed because she was doing all these magical things that nobody could understand, and the CIA was driving behind her, and something happened, and their car ended up in a bog with this water. And Mama Sharon magically immediately responded and pulled the car out and just put it back on the road. And they were freaked out, and they were like, what just happened? And what did she say?
I didn't do anything. Sat there because she knows. She doesn't do anything. Spirit and grace comes through her, which will start happening at this results guaranteed training. The initiation to the law of grace will just completely change your life.
and blow your mind. And then what did the CIA say after that? I think we're done here?
Yeah, I think we're done here. And they left her alone and went on to try to study something else.
Yeah, we think she's an alien. We're not sure where she came from. So this is the last little 4-minute segment of the show, but like, what do we want to say, Ron, about Dr. Sharon Forrest, because she's coming in October? Is there anything we can say so we can have some people?
Just if you get a yes in your heart and you can save up your money, this is an incredible opportunity.
It's 2 weeks, right?
It's 2 weeks.
14 days.
14 days, residential, room and board provided. It costs $6,000, and
all the food's included.
All the food's included.
Lodging is included.
Lodging's included.
3 processes a day.
Yeah, 3 processes a day, and you will step into a space that you have no imagination is available to you. And it's so changed my life. And Athena said that it softened her. Well, it softened me too. I mean, I've always been a ADHD type of person and liked it, and I'm just much more easier going and much more flexible, less dictatorial and more curious about, stuff.
And I want to say something about Ron. Ron was not always just this wonderful spiritual person. He had struggled with alcohol and drug addiction. He runs a multi-million-dollar insurance HMO. He's got 120 employees. He was a very successful and is a very successful multimillionaire, and he had a spiritual awakening. And now he's dedicating his life with his beautiful wife, Divojananda, to healing the hearts of humanity, one heart and soul at a time. So if you're interested, you can go to A New Alchemy. There's a little link on this show. This show replays on Sunday. If you like this, please share it, and please come to see them at my home tonight at 6 o'clock. It is on my timeline. It's on Facebook. And also on Sunday, there's another event for astral travel that they're going to be teaching, and that's going to be at Ron and Divojananda's office, and that's in Chatsworth?
Northridge
is in Northridge. We'll have a link for that too. Thank you so much, Kim. Blessings.
Thank you. Wonderful.
All right, so we love you guys. Thank you so much. This is Heaven on Earth, how you create heaven on earth. We want you to stay happy, stay tuned, and stay healed by all these wonderful modalities. Thanks a lot, and we'll talk to you next week on Heaven on Earth. Blessings. Thank you.
Which was most appropriate because that was your theme.
Are you tired of hearing your favorite talk radio show sound like this?